Hi there, this is the new D deck profile post ban list deck profile for May 2020, 9th of May 2020. So we start with 3 DD Survive Kabla. All of the this is semi-pendulum deck because some cards are pendulum, some cards are not pendulum. So this card effect, you never use the pendulum effect. You will never use the pendulum effect again. In this card, you're never going to be able to use it. This pendulum effect, you never do. Okay. We're just going to use the first effect. So the first effect is just when this card's ever been normal summon or special summon, you can add one Don Contract card from your deck to your hand. Okay, any Dark Contract. We'll play 4 targets. We'll play 3 of 1 target and 1 of 3 targets. So that's all you need. It's just your normal summon of your deck, and also can be special summoned by 1 for 1, or any card can get DD out your hand and on the grave. Anytime you can get this card here, it's your starter. It makes all your plays. Next is triple DD Sylvanas King Abyss Ragnarok. Okay, you use both effects. So if you have it in a scale, you get DD monsters and you take 1,000 damage. Okay, you take 1,000 damage for monsters you bring back to the grave. If it's on the field, you bring back triple DD monsters from the grave. Okay, except itself. Okay, you can only use this card for myself. Also, it has a trigger. Now this effect will go in a second. Basically, you can trigger 1 DD card and then banish the opponent's monster, which is pretty brutal. I'm not gonna lie. It has used that effect once and it's 1 minute ago. So it's a pretty good effect. I'm not gonna lie. I won't use it very much, but when you do use it, it's pretty good. Yep. Next is DD Survive Thomas. Okay, the pendulum effects, right? Just add 1 DD pendulum monster back to your hand on your exit. Pretty cool, pretty nice. The second effect's nice too. So you summon 1 DD from your so you destroy 1 pendulum scale DD monster from your extra DD scale. Then you destroy. Then you special 1 DD from your deck in defense, and you can't activate effect, and you can't opponent's monsters damage it. You can't do any damage to your opponents. That effect this effect does not come up. All you want is for a special summon DD from your deck. That comes in quite often, and that's good. That's what gives you the way. That's what gives you the way to get to all your boards. Yep. Next is 3 DD Survive Thompson. Okay, you don't use Pentafet again. Okay, when you do, just destroy it from the X to get to the X deck. When this card's been no one's press something, just send 1 DD or what Dark Contract deck to the graveyard. Simple. Okay, you'll be mainly saying DVDs because they've mainly got effects in the grave, which is cool, which is good. Yep. Next we get to the non-pendulum side. It's 3 DD Swirl Slide. Basically, this is a fusion summon from your hand, which is excellent. This is basically a poly, which is excellent, which is good, and also a special 1 DD from your hand, which is excellent. So it basically fixes all the sort of problems with DDs, which is good. This is one you can't start with 1 you combo cards, which is cool. Yeah. Then play DD Ghost. This gets you a tuner. This is a tuner. This is why it's quite important. So when this card has been sent to the graveyard, you can add 1. You can send a DD with the same name to the graveyard. Yep. Then if this card's been banished, you can add the banished card back to your grave, so you can keep these resources high and quite good. This one's a 2-off because you don't have it as your normal summon. You want to have it as a special summon from the deck, or you want to see it as like a extender for your cards, which is cool. Next is 3 DD Swirl Slime. So this is basically a fusion summon from the grave, which is cool. That's all it is, really. That's all it needs to be. Yep, which is cool. And usually we send this with Swirl Slot, right? And that's all you need for it. It's level 1, so if you need a search, you can do. And then we play 3 DD Kapla, which is basically a special summon tuner, which can just put Dark Contract or DD monster back to the X deck or to the graveyard. The contracts, but it will get back into the field. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty cool, which is good. This is more of a standard, really. I mean, once you start standard with this card, it's pretty good and pretty cool. Yeah. Next, so so spell cost now. 22 monsters, 15 spells, and 3 traps should be. First up, it is Lower Darkness. This deck is entirely dark, as you can see, which always gives you. You can always put a low as a safe bet with this deck. You need your combo parts for this deck. This is one of those decks. It's not easy. It's easy to learn, but if you make a mistake, you are gone for. And this is one of those decks. It's not very easy to go second. It's very hard for these to actually survive going second. You need quite a few good cards with it, which is a shame. So you just play 2 alerts just to get to your draw cards. Obviously, this is just a good helpful. You don't need too many alerts, which is cool. For the spell, just send cards to the grave, which is good. To get cards from your hand to be special summoned, to start all your combos, which is good. Next, we play triple Call by the Grave, just to vanish cards from the grave. To go first, to go second, just to have all those options. Mainly to go first, because this deck does not eat hand traps very well, which is a shame. Monster Reborn. Now I know this deck has plenty of Monster Reborns, but you need just an extra sensor. Sometimes you just need an extra sensor to just go to absolute, so with number 38, and then have hopefully a number 6-3, have like 5 negates going first, and maybe have a crystal win with it in there too. So you're looking at almost 6 negate. 1 for 1 to get the Kevlar from your deck. Yep, which is cool, which is good. Yep. Dark Contract of the Gate. This is basically your search for all DD monsters. This just adds 1 DD dead to your hand, but every Dark Contract says take 1,000 damage. Okay, take 1,000 damage with this card, which is good. But you just gotta be a bit careful. Obviously, make sure this needs to have the problem with you had too many contracts and you got your Oscars with your contracts. So that was one all way of being DDs. That's why I thought they were losing time, because people just go. Lose 1,000. Oh, shoot. Yep. Next is Dark Contract of the Swampkin. It's just basically a fusion summon monster. You're never going to summon with this very often. Occasionally you might, if you don't draw the Swirl Slime. Not very often that'll happen, but this card's good if you need it. Cool. And then we play One. Which is basically a search for level 1s. So if you've got level 1 on the field, it gets you a standard, but you lose 2,000 damage. So that is quite big, and it does hurt if you don't normal summon with the same the name, which is it hurts, but that does come in quite often. But the search is pretty good. Just looking for the search for this card, so it's a good card. It's definitely for off, because there's quite a few level 1s, as you can see in this deck. Yeah, there's quite a few level 1s in this deck. This is one of those decks that actually has quite a few level 1s, which is cool. And our only trap of our deck is Imperm. Because this is one of those decks you don't need hand traps. Again, this is a combo deck. This sort of combo deck doesn't need hand traps. Thank you. Yeah, to play, which is cool. This is the only hand trap if you ever go second, which is fine to stop monster effects, stop negations for going second, which happens quite often with deck. Okay, let's get to the extra now. So we play triple DDD, a Flame High King Gankus. This is just basically a Monster Reborn, level 8. You can use the spell and trap card effect. I don't use it very often, but if you have to, it's pretty good to have them, just in case you need it, which is cool. Yep. Next is double DDs, Flame King Genkus. This is basically the lower grade of DD, right? But this one just gets Monster Reback, Monster cards back to Grayer, and then Dark Contract can't be strong combat. That deck's never gonna come up, but it's pretty good. Just bring monsters back from the grave once per turn, which is cool. Next is Squish to Win. Just negation at the end of the day, and just attack the higher monster if you need to. You need a negation in this deck. This deck's pretty good for that. Triple DDs, the Curse King Sick Freak. This is your spell and track card negation, which is really good. And also it has a battle effect. Destroy a battle by card effect. You just gain 1,000 life points for every Dark Contract in the graveyard. Doesn't come up very often, but if you need to, that's cool. That's just handy, I guess. The spell and trap card effect's pretty good. It'll help you for negation, which is pretty good. Next is triple DDD Gas King Alessandra. This is a good card. This helps you have all your combos. It's just a nice little extender, just gets you another level 4 and maybe a tuner for the next combo, which is cool. There's Locust. Now, if you don't have a very good card, you end up with Neophyte and a couple of DD monsters, and you can do this and do into a basic synchro on opponent's hand, which is pretty cool. And they can put cards out of opponent's hand if you want to. That's pretty cool. Next is Trista. Trista, you just do that with Des Locust. It's a nice little combo. Haven't pulled it off yet, but it's pretty cool. Next is Nothing 90 Galaxy Eye Fontainebleau. This is basically another Galaxy monster. It helps you out does another monster negation. You're never going to use this a bit, but you're going to use the negation effect very often and very good. If you have 2 level 8, it's pretty good. Yep. And you have number 38, Hope Harlow Galaxy. This just negates spells, and if you want to take the Absoluta, you can, because it can get quite low. And I think this is pretty good. You know, just negate spells and traps, which is cool, which is good about it. Yep. Next is Neophyte, just to get to your next extender. Most of the time, you won't use the synchro effect very much, but most of the time, you just get to your tuners, and that's all you need it to. I mean, you might use the special summon effect occasionally, but not very often. Next is Triple DD Biskin Agentis. This basically just gets TD scales, but when you summon this card, you can only summon DD monsters, so you gotta keep in mind you can only summon DDs, which doesn't come in very often. So you won't use this effect very often. You might summon it just to get 2 more monsters on the field, just to get some more synchros, but that's it really. You won't use it very often. Battlesword just to go second, just to do the OTK damage, just to do the power, just to do things with this, which is cool, which is good. Yep. Absolute, just do more negation, just have a good amount of attack with the negation. You mainly with Absolute, you end with 3 or 4, so it really depends on your hand. If you're good, you'll get 3 with it for the first time, which is really good and really helpful. Yeah. And the last card is Unicorn, just to spin cards back to the deck, just to get that extra draw. Doesn't come up very often, but when it does, it's cool. And that is the DD deck for the 9th of May 2020. I hope you enjoy it, and subscribe and watch. Keep safe, and we'll get through this. So hopefully we'll start playing soon. And subscribe and watch all, and see you all next time. Goodbye.